channel.
Hey, you know what time it is, No Press fam? Welcome everyone to another episode of Beatdown, the segment and channel where two worlds collide. I am your host, Class. And as always, guys, if you guys enjoy our content, you know what you guys can do. You can share, you can like, or you can subscribe to our channel. When you guys subscribe to our channel, you know what you do. You guys are building our empire and allowing us to provide you guys with even much more greater content for you guys to enjoy. Shout out to Comic Historian on YouTube for the background video. We're not working together, but I like to give credit where credit is due. So check out his channel to hear comic stories come to life through amazing visual editing and stunning performing voice acting you gotta see for yourself. Show some love and support the channel as well. And today we are continuing on our special celebration of our 3rd year anniversary here at the No Pressure channel. That's right, we've been doing this for 3 years. So if you guys want to show some love, you already know what you guys got to do. Subscribe. Anyways, moving on from there. Today we decided we're going to give you guys some 2 heavy hitters. Now, this one's been in the works for a while, but I've been back and forth whether or not I was going to release it during this time or next year. But I figured since this is a special occasion, why not release this episode this year? And I'll be representing DC Comics' own Mongul. Now let's get into the brief origin story of Mongul, shall we? Today was called Culling Day. Mothers from the war-zone tribes would give up their children to do battle. The losers of the battle would either die or be exiled after. Little Mongul had a chance to take out one of his foes from behind, but refused to do someone like that dirty. For doing that, he got a beating from his mother. She tells him opening shots, no matter what the shot is the way of the Mongols. Eventually they lose and are banished, and rather make them a unit. His mother punishes him every time he tried to help her, because she felt it would make him stronger. One day, a pack of Mongol cannibals. By the way, Mongols are the name of their the race and their names. I don't know. I guess it's the same thing. Anyways, one day the pack of Mongol cannibals tried to get a piece of them. Instead, before they could throw down, a giant animal known as a bull mammoth with horns rushes at him and manages to do severe damage to his mother. She tells young Mongul if he wants those cannibals to take him serious, he would need to end her life in front of them and vow to her they would get their revenge. Years later, he gets the coat off that bull mammoth and came back to their old tribe to claim the throne from his father. Eventually, he did. And that is a brief origin story of Mongul. And now let's get into the BAF. Powers, abilities, and feats. Here's a list for the powers abilities. Alright, now I'm going to be listing off the feats. Now, according to Ivan the Unstoppable on YouTube, Mongul has a planet called War World. Mongul's ship can destroy planets, take on both Supergirl and Green Lantern, one-shot Martian Manhunter, broke Wonder Woman's wrist as she attempted to punch him, knocked out Superman. Yeah, Superman. Can break through Green Lantern's construct, defeated Starfire and Beast Boy, take on a new god, put down Black Adam with the yellow ring on his corner, by the way. He had the power of the yellow ring and he still couldn't take on Mongul or put him down. Fought Superman and kept fighting him when even when energy blasts were raining down on them. So they were both fighting each other and there was all these energy shots being thrown from battleships, and still Mongul was throwing down Superman without even breaking a sweat with the rain of gunfire being thrown around him. He fought toe-to-toe with Sinestro himself. Now, here are some of the weapons he has. He has a Black Mercer, It's a creature that latches onto your chest and makes you see visions of what you truly desire in life and leaves you in a trance. Crystallized ray gun designed to be hidden in the sun and used to wipe out planets. An energy cube designed to contain you and shrink you down a few sizes. A chest cannon designed to blast heroes like Superman down a level. So let's get into the end game. So how would Mongul defeat Thanos? So let's talk about a few things. First off, element of environment. If Mongul takes Thanos to his environment, in his planet, the war world, then Mongul has much more of an advantage than Thanos. Yes, Thanos is strong and powerful on his own. He's his own damn weapon. But Mongul is also a weapon himself. He's got energy construct power in himself. He also is pretty strong. They're around the same equal amount of like weaponry. The only difference is that if Mongul takes Thanos to his environment, he has an arsenal of weapons at his disposal. He can use anything. He can use a shield. He can use a blast. He can use several blasts. There's so many things he can do. He can use other robotic things to help him. He can use other ray guns. So other things to kind of counteract Thanos. At some point, maybe one of those things are going to put a dent on him. Now, another thing we can argue is Mongul and Thanos are equally matched when it comes to strength and power, energy throwing. There's about an equal amount there. The only difference is I'm going to give more experience, seasonal-wise, veteran-wise, to Mongul. You're probably thinking, why? Because, well, the reason I say that is because Mongul started fighting when he was a child. Thanos, in the original comics, he just fell in love with, like, death. But I'm sure in other comics, he was a very savage kid and everything. But in the original one that I read, so far, the brief origin is just about him in the old school comics where he falls in love with death and he doesn't really agree with the Eternals' points of view and yada yada. So there isn't much said there. So yeah, I want to say Mongul's experience as a child, literally getting beaten up every day by his mom and being taught to be tough, taught him to be tougher and experience and seasonal, being able to fight. And he's probably fought more countless battles. Thanos has fought heavy hitters left and right, but I don't think he's fought a swarm of more battlefield feats than I want to say Mongul. Wow, I can't believe I said that. That was like a mouthful. So I believe Mongul could probably last him or have a more tolerance of experience on how to counter maneuver some strategy fight moves against Thanos at some point during their encounter. The other things I believe that will help Mongul defeat Thanos is obviously his weaponry. He has a weapon designed to destroy planets. Now, I'm not saying he should destroy a whole planet just to get rid of Thanos. I think he could probably concentrate that weapon's ray directly into Thanos. And taking a blast from a planet-destroying weapon, countless, let's say if it's just one hit, and Thanos still manages, because he's obviously proven to be able to dish a certain amount of powers like Odin and so on. So he can have some tolerance. But imagine getting shot several times by that energy blast, that planet-destroying energy blast. Eventually, it's going to put a toll. It's either going to weaken you, drain you, or it's going to put you down for the count. So it gives Mongul an advantage. Either way, it's going to slow the big guy down. And the last one I'll make as the argument is obviously the Black Mercer. That thing is gonna help him as the last Hail Mary in a fight against Thanos. If Thanos and him are thrown down, Mongul feels like he can't do anymore, or he can't really put the big guy down, he can't always just throw the Black Mercer on to Thanos. It has grabbed on the hold to people, super power characters like Superman, so I do believe it could grab a hold on to Thanos. Now, once it gets a hold on to Thanos, it's game over. Mongul wins. He doesn't need to throw a fist at him or anything. If the thing latches onto him, it gives Thanos what he desires, and then Thanos is stuck in a trance for all eternity until Mongul decides to do whatever he wants. And he can then put him in a cube and just leave him there forever. Either way, it's still a defeat, because since Thanos can't continue the fight, this is considered a claimed victory since Mongul can, and he just beat him by using his own weapon. So therefore, with all these variety of weapons and strategies in his corner, I want to say Mongul has this one in the bag. And I'll be representing Marvel Comics, the Mad Titan himself, Thanos. Alright, now let's get into the brief origin story of the Mad Titan himself, Thanos. Shall we? Created by the Celestials to mirror the exact opposite of the Eternals, having their powers but appearing hideous. He lived on the planet called Titan, where Eternals believed in certain virtues, and Thanos, realizing he was different, wanted nihilism and death instead. He eventually stumbles upon a forgotten temple and meets Death in lady form. Falling in love with her at first sight, he vowed to prove his love to her by eliminating half of existence. He began using the planet's resources to develop tech. When his father discovers this, he shuns him from the planet. During his travels, he gathered a villainous army along with his vast knowledge across the galaxy. He came back to the Titan to eliminate the moon, ending most of its population. He eventually gathers what is left and rules it, leaving him to be known as the Mad Titan. And that is the brief origin story of Thanos. Alright, BAF. Powers, abilities, and feats. Let's get into it, shall we, guys? Now, these are the feats. According to Ivan the Unstoppable on YouTube. Took a blast from Galactus. Put down Adam Warlock. Overpowers Captain Marvel. One-shot the Thing. Broke Ronan's weapon. One-hit Super Skrull. Threatened Mephisto. Yeah. Took both Drax and the Hulk. In a battle world, fought 2 Thors. Gets no dent from Silver Surfer's cosmic powers. Survived the black hole. Thor had the power gem and was still unable to take him down. Take a blast from Odin himself. Draw blood from the In-Betweener. Take a scream from Black Bolt. Able to mind control the Hulk. Block mental attacks from Moondragon, who is stronger than Professor Xavier's psychic abilities. Sent Galactus flying. Blow off Eagle, the living planet's arm. Alright, let's get into the end game. How Thanos would beat Mongul. Now, let's talk about the fact that I'm going to say Thanos' pain tolerance, power, ability of getting hit is much more stronger than Mongul's. The reason I say that is because he took hits from Black Bolt, took hits from Galactus, took hits from a lot of very powerful characters, the In-Betweener and so on and so forth. So with their powers being able to kind of hit Thanos a lot of times, and he still manages to get back on his feet, does show some impressive ability for defense and durability, which means that I believe if Mongul decides to use some kind of energy blast, it wouldn't be enough to really put Thanos down. If anything, Thanos probably could take the heat, go into him, and start throwing his energy blast at him. Now, another thing is his firing back power for you as well. His firing back is also pretty damn strong, because if you remember, he actually did knock Galactus off his feet, and Galactus is a pretty strong character to knock off his feet. And not only that, he took the arm of Ego the Planet, and Ego the Planet is very powerful to take on. So if Thanos really shows that he is a very powerful threat to those two characters that are they're very giant characters, I do believe he could probably put Mongul down with just his power energy blast itself. Now, another thing you can talk about is the mind control situation that gives him the upper advantage in these fights, because, well, let's see here. For one thing, let's say he's feeling a little cornered and he feels like Mongul is not giving him enough wiggle room to breathe or come up with a strategy. He could always just mind control the Hulk into coming into his aid and helping him out. And the Hulk is pretty strong. Facing Mongul and the Hulk facing Mongul against him, it's going to be very difficult for Mongul to stay focused on Thanos, especially with the Hulk coming your way. And yeah, and that's just so he can get that breathing room and get that space he needs in order to get back into the battle against Mongul, in case Mongul again corners him in some area. Another thing is he could probably use his mind control on Mongul itself. Mongul isn't really known for any kind of like mental mind control power defense, not that I'm aware of, but Thanos fought against Moondragon in mental or psychic abilities and managed to overpower her, and also as a threat to Galactus in mind control fields, in mind control some element. So I do believe Thanos could probably get Mongul in a mind control situation where he can keep him still and he can just start wailing on him left and right if he wanted to, while Mongul just had to stand there and take it until he couldn't take it anymore. All right, and the last point I'll make for Thanos is they're always for the wild card. You always have, no matter what, as long as you live in the Marvel realm, for at least Thanos, because it was his whole thing. He always has the Infinity Gauntlet, or just the power, any of the gems itself to help him. If he has just one of those gems to help him boost up his energy or his power, he will be able to defeat Mongul hands down. But with the Infinity Gauntlet, there's no chance Mongul has a chance. It takes an entire roster of superheroes to take on someone with an Infinity Gauntlet. So if Mongul has to face this guy with the glove in his hand, it's game over. I can't see any way where Mongul's going to be able to use any kind of weaponry that could counteract that kind of magic or that kind of power, especially since Thanos is very strong and very intelligent when it comes to wielding it. And I do believe he's going to wield Mongul out of existence, claim victory on this end, and yeah, get that W. But as always, no press fam, it is not up to me. It's up to you guys. So if you like either one of my arguments, you know you can hashtag Thanos or you can hashtag Mongul. As always, no press fam, we really appreciate you guys. Keeping the 300 subs. Catch you guys later. Peace.